Full Wise bank account setup tutorial. In this video, we're going to be talking about Wise and how you can basically set up your whole banking on this one application. Now, Wise is pretty well known out there for its incredible banking and how easy it is to create an account on it and also initiate transfers. Now, to basically initiate yourself and start yourself off on Wise, what you're going to be needing to do is you're going to come over to wise.com. Now in wise.com, what we are going to be doing is, first of all, we're going to be making sure to have a proper account for ourselves. All right. And to have an account, what you're going to do is you're going to open an account. So to do that, you're going to go over ahead to register. Now, for a standard account on Wise, there is no pricing or anything like that. It's totally free. Okay, if you've used anything like Payoneer or PayPal before, you know that for banking systems like these, you don't really need any consistent pricing. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be signing ourselves up. Now, I'm going to be using a temp mail. Okay, you don't necessarily have to use a temp mail for something like this. Okay, I would not recommend it because temp mails disappear after 24 hours. And I wouldn't want that you create a bank account and then the bank account just disappears. Okay, so do make sure to use your proper email. Now, once we have done that, we click on next, and here it says check your email. So basically, Wise goes ahead and sends us a verification mail. So what you're going to want to do is you're simply going to make sure to, apply the verification link for yourself. Obviously, it can take up to a minute, so just wait for it for a few seconds. And once the email arrives, we're going to get ahead into the main consistent working. Now, also, you do need to make sure that when you're working with Wise, your location matters a lot because Wise does not operate in every area, okay? And even if it does, it won't allow you an international transfer in every area. Now, over here, it says, what kind of account would you like to open today? So you can go with a personal account or you can go with a business account, okay? Now, that depends on you. Now, if you simply want an account where you send, spend, and receive around the world for less, then this account is for you. But if you're a proper business venture, okay, if you're a person that has an account that's properly operating with international clients and you have a business with constant transactions, then you go with business account. So I'm going to create both of these for you and show you how it looks. So first of all, we're going to go with a business account, okay? Now, over here, it says Wise Business is not available in my country. Okay. Now, if you do want to go ahead with a country though it is available in, let's say we have something like United States or the United Kingdom, or you can come up here, you have Australia, Belgium. So many countries do have Wise in them. So let's say if I go with United States and you're going to click on continue. Now it's going to ask you a phone number. Now, this is basically to verify that you're actually a United States citizen and all. So obviously, if you are going with a country, you do have to make sure that you have a phone number for that country, because without the phone number for that country, you won't be able to access it. So, that is how a business account is created. Now, in the case, let's say I'm going to go with a personal account. And once you do this, you're going to click on continue. Do know this, that you can pretty much go ahead and use your personal account as a business as well, because you can convert it later on if you want to. Now here you can see with Wise in my country, you can send money abroad, make fast low-cost international transfers, and move large amounts, but I can't convert and hold money, receive money, get the Wise card, or invest my money. So I'm gonna go ahead and move along with that. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna sign up with our phone number. So I'm going to add my phone number in this section. Once we have done that, we're going to click on send verification code. And here it says to obviously continue with your proper registration, you need to move over to the phone application. Now, this isn't the most convenient thing, but this is how Wise pretty much operates. And you are going to want to make sure to, create an account from your Wise phone application. So once you do have a Wise phone application installed for yourself, ready to go, what you can do in that case is you can pretty much download their app. It's pretty, it's pretty convenient. It's pretty easy to download an application like that for yourself. And, you're pretty much stuck to work in from there. And it's pretty fun to go ahead with it. And once, you've created your account and everything, you can pretty much log in from there. So, if I go ahead and add my account's details, you can not only use it on your phone, but on your laptop as well. From here on out, it depends on you, on how you choose to use your Wise. Okay. So you're going to add in your consistent details for your account. And obviously, once you go ahead to the login, it says, we sent you an SMS, etc., etc. So whatever SMS you receive, you're going to add that 6-digit code in this section. And what that will do is it will basically go ahead and set your account up. It will, let you know how things are working and all. So it's pretty grand and pretty great stuff to get your head around. All right. Now, once we have gotten an idea of all of this, what you can do from there is just sign in on things from your main section and your main application, because that is where the main work pretty much leads up to. And the best part about Wise is how convenient it is and how fast it basically works when it's being integrated into your phones or anything like that. And the best part about Wise's banking is that, let's say here we have Wise banking. Now, I wouldn't say a real bank. Wise is not pretty much a bank, but it is an online banking system. Okay. And the best part about an online banking system is that, it gives you all these pros and cons, like a variety of options for sending money. You can send it in different currencies. There's no markup on your exchange rates, and the fast money transfers for some transactions are incredible. Now, you do have higher transfer fees, no options for cash delivery to home or business, and you get limited customer support, which is also a downer. Now, if you do want to use Wise, if you're looking for an international money transfer service that is pretty cheap, Wise might not be the best pick. Wise is pretty upfront about the fact that it's not always the least expensive option, and potentially higher cost might turn off some people. However, some users will find that a higher fee is worthwhile your trade-off. And the best part about Wise is, its features like debit cards. It gives you multiple debit cards that you can use on any banking system. You have multi-currency accounts as well. You get large transfers, and you get Wise assets as well. Now, the pricing for Wise is pretty decent. Okay. Basically, over here, you can see in Wise's pricing, you have Wise account transfer for $7 almost. And amount of cash for recipients is pretty much, 20,000 pesos. Then we have connected bank account, Wise transfer, you have debit card, and you have credit card. Okay. So it's pretty fun stuff to have. And, the competitors of Wise are people like Venmo, you have PayPal, you have Zelle, and, softwares like these help you integrate your banking regimen into your main section. Okay. Now, obviously, currently what I'm doing is I'm on my phone right now, and I'm going to be creating an account for my Wise. Okay. So if I do want to go ahead and, create an account for my Wise right now, what I'm doing over here is pretty much I'm registering with an email. So I've added an email as so. And, once we have gone through with all of these processes, as I told you, the best part about Wise is sending not only money, but sending large amounts of money. And, it pretty much gives you a pretty grand and straight up idea on how international money transfers work, how your Wise is, supposed to be trusted, and how Wise is a pretty straightforward gun to work on with. And Wise gives you a pretty good consisting and pretty good general idea on how international transfers work and how international transfers convert the currencies and all. So here, as you can see, we have this section over here, and here it tells you how much money you can send, how much money you don't have to send, etc. Okay. And to get a consistent idea of how currencies work, let's say I'm going to go with 12 Great British Pounds, that's €1. Let's say I want to switch the currency to Indian rupee. So, 12 British Pounds is pretty much 1,249 Indian rupees. Let's go with 1,300 Great British Pounds. That's 150,000 Indian rupees. So, this is how you can see the basic exchange rate as well. So let's say if I were to come here and convert it in my currency, let's say if I want to see how the exchange rate actually works. So the 1,300 pounds in my currency is 476,000 rupees. Now that is a pretty hefty price, and it actually gives you on the bank transfer fee. So out of this 1,300, the fee that Wise is going to keep is 8.63 Great British Pounds, which is not a big amount when you're working with a software like this. Okay, that's a pretty decent amount to be working with. Now if you go with the more taxes that it gives you, so if you want a guaranteed rate, the guaranteed rate right now is 369 in my currency. But if you want to go with a more upper class and more clarified guarantee rate, it says within the next 2 hours, this is pretty much the rate's going to be the same. And the best part about your Wise is that the money transfers pretty quickly. It shouldn't take a lot of time. So if someone wants to transfer this currency, all they're going to want to do is come to this section, sign themselves up, and that is pretty much how Wise works. Wise gives you a pretty fun and sentimental little app to transfer your money, apply all of your banking, and get a general idea of how straight up basic banking works. Okay, and to have a more genuine regimen of your banking, Wise helps you a lot, because it's not just a small account that gives you different regimens of making money, but it's pretty much a whole, you could say, blockchain going out in the back that helps you with investing your money as well. So you don't necessarily just have to send and receive money, but you can also invest your money. You can get top-ups. You can also go ahead and get all these different kinds of you could say individualities in the features, like investing money in some type of blockchain and some type of asset and so much more. And as you can see, most people have good reviews about Wise. Wise comes with loads of special features, and it doesn't mark up its rates for currency exchanges, but its services might come at a considerable cost, as it charges higher transfer fees than all of its competitors. Now, although it does pretty much give you higher fees, but I will agree with the fact that I haven't seen the same functionality Wise has for the other softwares that I'm talking about. Now, moving on to actually get an idea about the pricings that we have been talking about currently, you can come right over here, and sending money is one thing. You can also send large sums of money. So large transfers need more than a great rate. We don't do hidden fees or exchange rate markups, as we believe your large transfer deserves dedicated support as well as a low fee. So the larger your transfer is, the lower the fee is. And let's say we transfer this large amount in my PKR, and over here you can see that's quite a lot of money. That's a pretty decent amount. And transferring this sum of money would give you a lot of leverage. And as you can see, it says that it should arrive in a day or two. So a money transfer that big arriving in a day it's pretty cool. And you can even see over here, compare their fees to see how much you can pretty much save. So we have World Remit. Now on World Remit, I'd say the transfer is the best. Now on Wise, it basically goes down 13,000 PKR, which is generally around $50 to $60. So it's only going to take a small chunk of money, which is $50 to $60 out of your bank account, which is not a lot. It's a pretty standard rate to have, and it's a pretty good rate to put a sell off on. And the best part about Wise is, its main workings with your personal and business side. So, on business side, you get much more features. So you can take your business up to new places. You get accounts that help you get paid much faster. And you can also pretty much work with any softwares. You can get more faster payments. You have payments with more bang for your currencies. Okay. And then we move over here. 40 plus currencies, 160 plus countries, all can be accessed in one card. It works with the software that works for you, which is also pretty cool. You can give your business a boost and, different sets of rules like saving on overseas payments. You can batch up with at least 1,000 people, and you can also disappoint a lot of other thieves. So Wise helps 16 million people move $9 billion around every month. And, you can make it safe by their dedicated fraud and security systems. They use two-factor authentication to protect the account, and they also hold your money with established financial institutions. So it's pretty incredible and pretty cool stuff. And, even better things about Wise is not only the international money transfer, but also the debit cards they give you and also the credit cards. So if you use the international debit card, that's one of the best things that Wise offers, because you can use this debit card. Like, let's say if I have this international debit card, I receive a payment in USD, which is United States dollar, but I want to spend it in my currency. So you won't have to convert that currency. You can pretty much use that card in your country. And even though your international card is going to have dollars, it is an international card. So the money should be cut from your account by a normal procedure. Okay. It's that easy and it's that simple to do all of these things for yourself. Okay. So make sure to get an international card. It will also give you some SWIFT and BIC codes. And these are pretty useful codes for your banking, because when you set up a whole bank account for yourself on Wise, for receiving money, your SWIFT BIC code is really needed. Okay. And that is exactly why I was asking you to create an international transfer card, because an international debit card from Wise specifically will give you a lot of, things to work with. It will give you a lot of fun little products to work around with. And, it's a pretty good thing to have when you're working with the Wise markups and higher transaction fees. Okay. And obviously for spending abroad, I'd say this is the best feature to have in place. Okay. So, check it out for yourself. You can pretty much work around with the Wise by yourself, see how it works for you. And if, you think it's a good software for your banking, and if it's a good software to manage your very own financial situations, then do make sure that you use it, because it's an incredible platform with very less flaws. And especially if you are running a proper up and going business, and if you're running a business that gives you a good regimen and a business that gives you a good schedule of money, a lot of transactions are being taken place and all, then I would definitely, say that this app is for you, because this app really brings out the proper financial workings. And, because of all those things, you can get a proper idea of how the work is done in this case. So yeah, pretty much that is Wise and how you can do banking on Wise in the easiest and most simplest way. Now, if you did enjoy this video, please do make sure to drop down a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to, get more knowledge on Wise, you can let me know down in the comments below, and I'll be answering all of your questions. Till then, that is pretty much all from me, and I'll be seeing all of you wonderful people in the very next video. Have a great and amazing day. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.